Hey guys, have you ever thought about the cards you've been dealt?
I mean, have you ever just stopped and examined life as a hand of cards? You see, you can't just trade in the cards that you've been given in life. I mean, these are your cards, whether you like the way they feel or not. But you know, it's kind of sad in life how well, actually, it's kind of funny in life how we tend to look at the uglier cards that we don't necessarily want anybody else to see. We tend to hide them behind the more noble, significant, prettier cards, so to say. It's human nature, I guess, but deep down inside, we know the cards that we've been dealt. I mean, these are our cards, no matter what. It's who you are, part of our makeup. You're all in.
Well, what if we were to stop and just take time and look at the cards we've been given in our lives? Where did they come from? Is it life? Is it coincidence? Or was it God?
You see, some people will say, why would an all-caring, all-loving God give me this card?
Right.
I mean, if you really love me, would you really give me this card?
It's the cards of pain. The cards we don't like to talk about. It's the cards of depression, rejection. The cards, that word that just lingers in our mind even after years pass. It's abuse, divorce, even death. These are all just real cards.
But there are also the good cards in our lives. Think back to the time, if you can, when you made your dad laugh when you were a little kid. Or your first A on your report card, or when you tied your shoe, or your first job or first kiss. The first time that you stood up for yourself. These are your real cards that you are proud of.
And these are the cards that we play over and over again because, you know, these are the prettier cards.
True.
You know, guys, it's a sad fact, and it's true, but we care about what other people think. And these are our favorite cards to play over and over again to show other people that we've got everything going on.
But what does God think? What were the cards you chose to play?
Well, more than likely they won't be the happier cards.
Yeah.
But there will be both an array of good and bad cards. You see it in life, we as humans, per se, we as humans, we don't like the hard cards in life. We try to avoid them like the plague, actually. But don't discount the fact that God may even have a purpose for even two of spades, this card. I mean, God would use the disappointing cards in our lives to fill us up with hope and joy.
Yeah.
To God, they aren't just a bunch of good and bad cards, they're just cards.
Cards that would bring him glory.
Cards that reveal that it's his story, not ours. Kind of like the cards Jesus was down.
Yeah. And maybe even cards that will give us a glimpse of what heaven is like.
The fact of the matter is, guys, are we just going to pretend like we're dealing with our cards?
Or hide behind cards that are more glamorous?
Or even hide behind cards that aren't even ours, but other people's.
Because it's comfortable, it's safe, but if we do that, are we missing out on all of what God wants us to be?
Are we missing out on the rich kingdom that we can learn from God's kingdom?
And even from his view, we might just been dealt the best cards that we could ever imagine. As for me,
As for me,
I'm
going to play the cards that I've been dealt.
Woo!